Due to the constant and insistent demand, especially coming from media, the Philippines, regarding the state of where the right for information, I have decided to hurry up the process. I have the copy now, the draft, and this is the one, executive order, freedom of information. I would like just to read the opening statement. Operationalizing in the executive branch the people's constitutional right to information and the state of policies of full public disclosure and transparency in public service and providing guidelines therefore. Now, first, I would like to remind everybody that I can only bind the executive department, my branch of government. I cannot bind the other two, the judiciary and Congress, because of the separation of powers. But it is up to Congress also, if they want, that they can file and maybe come up with a copy of the Freedom of Information Law. This is just an executive order. So this will be implemented the very least next week. This was just submitted to me after the cabinet meeting, and I have to review it personally. On the drug front, I have the three personalities that are behind in the operation and the trafficking of drugs in this country. You would notice later on, I'll give you a copy, that most of them are inside the National Penitentiary. This would show to you how corrosive and how maybe lawak the dimensions of our problems regarding drug. So, ang nandito is si Wu Tuan alias Peter Ko. He is a triad member and operating the Luzon and the NCR. He's inside the prison, but he's the one directing the traffic of the drug operations in Luzon. He's currently in jail. Leader of Bilibid 19. I don't know what this means. And the other one is Peter Lim, alias Jaguar, Triad of the Visayas. Now, there was an earlier report that a certain Jaguar was killed in Cebu, or I do not know, for lack of information. But he's dead, but he's not the Jaguar that is the leader of the operation for the Visayas. He is also inside the National Penitentiary. And because there is the level of participation, you would notice that Garbo is indicated in the line of hierarchy. And the other one is Herbert Colanco. He is also inside the prison. I was informed that he is the son-in-law of the mayor of Osamis, Aldong Parahinog, and is the husband of the vice mayor, who is the daughter of Parahinog. He's also one of the identified members of Coratong Baliling. So yan. Hindi ko maibigay sa inyo, this is the matrix of the diagram of the extent of the operation in the Philippines. Because I was asking for more dossier, and I have to read the documents or the reports or the intelligence gathering of the different branches of government. Hindi ko po nabasa. Ayokong this is a mix of Chinese mayors. Maraming mayors dito. As you would read later, or no later when I release this finally to you. We'll just compress it. But ngayon lang binigay sa amin sa briefing, and I said I am hesitant really to, condemn a person with baka ang tingin ko would not really be sufficient to place his name in this matrix. But ito na yon, kompleto na yung study natin. And talagang binabastos tayo ng mga drug people. One, I said, they're destroying the country, and they're destroying the youth of the land. So my appeal to them is, since they are beyond redemption, if they can stop and commit suicide, because I will not allow these idiots to run the show. Not during my watch. So ito sila, pag nalaman na nandito, they better come up with something that is really very good. We have a mayor there, maraming mayor dito. We have the mayor sa Mindanao. Puro mayor, may babae pa. I do not know the reason why intelligence people would not want me to mention it. But itong si Kulangko, now that I know from the intelligence gathering that he was connected with also Richard King, I would like to bring this matter out, because King was that person who was killed. I was still mayor about a year ago, or 2.5 years ago. Na pinatay, was into this pyramiding thing, and ito yun siya. Now, he was killed at the lobby of his building, and there was a lot of speculation that was weaved around the incident. Pagkaalam ko kasi dito, he was killed at the instance or at the behest of a police colonel who is now also in prison. His name is Filonia. I forgot his first name. Nandito. So, the initial whisper before, and even before his killing, was that he was into drugs. And I think he is, ang problema dito, I was in constant touch with the family because they were also interested. Bakit? Pag hindi ganon, huli at nagpatay, marami talagang yan. Now, I'm sorry now to say in public and to the family who is in Cebu that after all, your son or your brother was involved. in the drug front. Ang chismis ka nito na pinatay because of a love triangle, ménage à trois, they called it, because magkaibigan niya sila ng asawa niya, sa asawa ng kabila. But it turned out that sa drugs ito siya. But I think and I believe that he was not killed because of drugs. He was killed because kinain niya pati yung propiedad ng babae. I cannot mention the name, but these are the, again, maraming mga mayor dito. We are running the show. The next presentation would be after I shall have reviewed them, their dossier, their files, the documents against them, and I'm satisfied. Bibitawan ko na to. And malawak to, mga mayors, karamihan. Police, Chinese, pati mga mayors. And you will have it maybe by next week. So that is the presentation for the day. Para malaman lang ninyo, it's really very sad. Alam mo, Peter Lim, then on the line of the structure is Marcelino Garbo, retired, and Herbert Colanco. He's not at large. He goes in and out of the Philippines. Patay na to. Well, somebody should tell him that he is wanted. Ito naman to, hindi naman ito talagang wanted because we have to add our evidentiary thing. But they would be considered persons of interest. Now, ito si Peter Lim, according to the Chief PNP, he goes in and out of the Philippines from China. Now, if he has friends here, sabihin mo sa kanya, the moment he lands at Naya, he will die. He will die. Might as well, because I'm sure the Chinese authorities are listening now. Better tell him, do not come back to the Philippines anymore. The moment he steps out of the plane, he will die. That is my assurance to the people of the Philippines. How? Ay, hindi na bale. Basta wag na siyang pumunta dito. Now, because of the communications, they can always run the show even outside of our country. That is given. Meaning to say, most of the operators and most of the shabos come from the outside. They are jettisoned in the highway and the high seas. And yung iba, meron pa nilalagyan nila ng GPS just to facilitate the location where the drug